I covered my terminal cancer scars with colorful tattoos. Yesterday, my disapproving father showed me his first tattoo at age 67. My heart beat from the day doctors said I wouldn't make it for 3 years. My father hasn't spoken to me about my body desecration, as he calls it. Now I understand why he finally changed his mind. The tattoos started after my third surgery. Hodgkin's lymphoma at 26 left me with a constellation of scars across my chest and neck, constant reminders of the time doctors gave me 6 months to live. After beating those odds and reaching remission, I decided to transform those marks of trauma into something beautiful. My first tattoo was a water phoenix rising from my largest surgical scar. Then came vibrant wildflowers growing from the radiation burns on my collarbone. Soon, what began as covering scars became a celebration of survival, each design representing something I'd been told I might never experience again. Dad, a straight-laced former military man, was horrified. Why would you mark up the body God gave you? He demanded the first time he saw my phoenix. Haven't you been through enough procedures? Why voluntarily go through more? Our relationship, already strained from his difficulty handling my diagnosis, grew increasingly distant. He'd look away from my tattoos during family gatherings, changing the subject whenever anyone complimented them. My mother would quietly squeeze my hand, whispering, "He'll come around when he left the room." Yesterday marked 5 years cancer-free, a milestone my oncologist once called practically impossible. Dad asked if he could stop by my apartment, something he'd never done before. He arrived clutching a small bag from the pharmacy, looking nervous. After awkward small talk about the weather, he suddenly rolled up his sleeve. There, on his forearm, his immaculate, never-marked skin, was a simple black line forming peaks and valleys. "It's your heartbeat," he said, voice cracking. "From the night they called us to the hospital when they said you wouldn't make it till morning." I stared at him speechless. "I saved the EKG printout for 3 years. I've carried it in my wallet. Never thought I'd see that rhythm again." He traced the lines with his finger. "When your mother told me what today's date meant, I finally understood." He pulled a tissue from the pharmacy bag, dabbing his eyes. "I judged what I didn't understand. Your tattoos aren't desecration, they're celebration." It took me getting one to realize that. He explained how he'd found my tattoo artist, showing her the AKG paper worn thin from years of unfolding and refolding. How she'd understood immediately what it meant. How terrified he'd been of the needle, but more terrified of never making things right between us. "I thought you were trying to forget what happened," he said, "but you were doing the opposite, embracing it, making it yours. I was the one trying to forget how close I came to losing you." Then he asked to see them, really see my tattoos. For the first time I showed him, each one explaining their meanings. The constellation marking the night I finished chemo, the clock with no hands representing my refusal to count remaining time, the half-sleeve of birds for every country I visited since remission. He listened intently, asking questions, occasionally wiping away tears. Before leaving, he hesitantly asked if I would consider going with him for his next tattoo. He wanted my birthday in Roman numerals alongside my mother's. My father, who once couldn't bear to look at my marked skin, now wants to mark his own with the dates that matter most. Sometimes people surprise you in the most beautiful ways, and sometimes it takes a permanent mark to heal a wound you thought would never close.